we'll talk about what comes after Thanksgiving, and this is the really hard part. Beginning on Monday, November 30th, the Monday after Thanksgiving, the state of Rhode Island is entering a 2-week pause. This is key. This is the crux of our winter strategy working. We really got to shut it down for those 2 weeks. Because if we do, then we can slowly crank up after those 2 weeks and make it through the end of the year. If we don't, then the shutdown will have to continue. After a lot of modeling, a lot of consultation with experts, a lot of talking to other states, we have confidence that if Rhode Island cooperates and complies for 2 weeks, beginning November 30th until December 13th, we have a real shot to temper the rise, which would allow us to limit the pause to just 2 weeks. If we don't, then I will have to go back to a total lockdown after the 2 weeks. So what's the pause going to look like? Please put the slide up. The slide in front of you shows the rules that will be in effect in Rhode Island starting November 30th through to Sunday, December 13th. On your left, you see the categories that are remaining open. All pre-K, elementary, and middle schools will stay open for full in-person education of our children. I have talked at length at these press conferences about the vital importance to our community, to our families, and to our children, particularly our youngest learners, of being in school as much as possible. And so we want to keep these kids in school with all the precautions we have, and we want that to happen unabated. And the data and the health experts continue to say there is no evidence to suggest this is unsafe, and in fact, there's mounting evidence to suggest our children are truly suffering by not being in school. Likewise, child care, which is essential for working parents, and we in Rhode Island have been able to operate very safely. We've become a national model, will remain open during the pause. Same is true for manufacturing and construction. We've had a few outbreaks, but by and large, good compliance. And these are jobs that can't be done from home. It's critical work, so we are allowing them to stay open, but we are also coupling it with increased testing of asymptomatics in those industries. Personal service industry, barbers, nails, haircuts, doing a great job of implementing safety precautions, and we have no evidence that it's a vector of spread or a driver of mobility, so we're going to leave them open. It's also true that you can leave your mask on the entire time you're getting your hair cut or your nails done, which is different from, say, dining out. Healthcare appointments are going to remain open. It is my #1 goal between now and the end of the year to allow the hospitals to remain open for full functioning, and all doctors' offices and health offices to remain open. So please don't put off your visit to the doctor, don't put off your visit to the physical therapist, don't put off your immunization or your child's immunization. We need to stay healthy, so we're going to keep those open, and I want to encourage everybody to go ahead and do that. Back in the spring, folks stopped seeing their doctor, and that was bad. Kids got sicker, we got sicker. Please don't do that. We're going to keep all health facilities open. Now, the reason I'm announcing this today, but it's not going into effect until the 30th, is because I want everybody to have some time to get prepared, because the stuff that comes next is tougher. In that middle category on the screen, for the 2-week pause, we're saying limited, limited. So with respect to high schools, we're giving superintendents the flexibility to shift their high schools to their limited in-person plan if that's what they choose, after Thanksgiving. So next week in school, school's on as it has been. Starting the Monday after Thanksgiving, if high schools want to, they can switch to their limited in-person plan for the duration of the school year. It amounts to 3 weeks, because after the 3 weeks, their kids are off for winter break. By the way, this is exactly why we had every school district plan for different scenarios. So they already have their limited in-person scenario ready, and we're suggesting if superintendents want to take that option, you're allowed to go ahead and do that. For the districts who do choose this path, most high schools will shift to virtual learning for most of the students. However, there are exceptions for certain students that have special learning needs, multi-language learners, and others who need in-person instruction. Those kids should still be taught in person in school as according to your limited plan. Now, I know that certain high schools, we've already heard from some superintendents who have extremely low infection rates, who are able to dedensify, and they're keeping their kids in school, and I think that's great. Good luck, and let us know how we can support you. It's good for the kids, and I think that's fantastic. The social gathering limit, taking effect today, will continue in the 2-week pause. So just tell yourself now that for the next 3 weeks, you're not going to hang out socially with people you don't live with. Just don't do it. If you have to do it outdoors. If you want to visit somebody briefly, stay outside. But indoor social gatherings, starting now for 3 weeks, keep it to the people you live with. In the pause period, indoor dining is going to need to scale back to 33% capacity. The current early closure of 10 o'clock on weeknights and 10:30 Friday and Saturday will remain in effect. And restaurants will be required to only seat members from the same household together at one table, and to make it clear that that is the case when you're taking reservations. Outdoor dining does not count toward the capacity limit, and restaurants can still provide full takeout and delivery service. This is tough. I know this is hard. I want to give special thanks to Dale Venturini of the Rhode Island Hospitality Association and the Ocean State Coalition. We worked hard and closely on this. I know you're not happy with this. It's the best we could do. And I also heard you loudly and clearly that if we made these changes effective immediately, there would be a massive amount of spoilage and difficulty to get through next week. So I appreciate your help, and I'm counting on you to enforce these rules. In the pause period, you got to crank down the restrictions to 33% of capacity and only one household per table, which I know is a burden for you. But you've led me to believe you can do it, and I want to say thank you, and I want you to know if everyone in Rhode Island does what we need to do for 2 weeks, this pause should only last for 2 weeks. Retail will stay open during the pause with their existing capacity limits, 1 person per 100 square feet for most retail, and 1 per 150 square feet for the big box stores. We know people are good about wearing masks in stores. We've had great compliance, and so I'm grateful for that. I would say I'd ask the people of Rhode Island to shop local as much as possible. You know, no disrespect to the big guys, Walmart, Target, etc., but our little guys are really struggling. So if you can do your shopping local, please do it. For the holidays, go out of your way to shop local, and also please go out of your way to shop online local, because that'll help the economy and keep us safe. Houses of worship can remain open during the pause, but with a maximum of 25% capacity. And I would ask you to please celebrate virtually. It's only 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. The pause is 2 weeks. So please celebrate virtually if you can. But otherwise, the maximum we could have in a house of worship at any time is 25% capacity. Okay, finally on the right, you'll see areas that will be closed during the 2-week pause. We're asking colleges and universities to end in-person instruction after Thanksgiving. And we announced yesterday that we're joining all of our states in the region to have colleges test all students before they leave campus. Thank you to higher ed for your extraordinary cooperation through all this. During the pause, I'm asking all offices to move to remote work for every employee who is able to do so. I understand not everybody can. That's why I said manufacturer, construction, different things, healthcare. But if you're an office worker, a lawyer, accountant, in finance, whatever, during the pause, please work from home. If you need a hand figuring out how to do this, call 521-HELP. During the 2-week pause, bars in Rhode Island will be closed. All bar areas in restaurants and bars will be closed for the 2-week pause. Drinks can be served to customers eating their dinner or eating their meal when the drink is delivered to the table as people are eating. Again, I know that's a tough one, but it's necessary. Recreational venues, bowling alleys, theaters, our Twin River Casino will be fully closed during the 2-week pause, as will indoor sporting facilities, gyms, and all group fitness classes and organized sports, including high school sports, everything other than college and professional sports, they have their own rules. This is very difficult, particularly for the indoor sporting arenas that just did an unbelievably great job to help us figure out regulations. It's my hope that after the 2 weeks we can go back to those regulations or similar regulations, but there's just no way around it. We need a hard pause if this pause for 2 weeks is going to work. I do want to say that thankfully we have some of our stimulus funds left, and I will be back out next week with the details of a significant tens of millions of dollars of stimulus for these small businesses that are going to be most affected during the pause. I don't know exactly today. My goal is to have it be significant, tens of millions of dollars, to have it get out the door fast, and to have it be simple. And when I address you next Wednesday, if not before, we'll have all the details. I know this is going to be hard on gyms and recreational facilities and restaurants and bars. We're not going to leave you hanging, and we're going to get out next week with significant stimulus. Thankfully, we still have some available. Okay, this, as I said, the pause doesn't take effect for 10 days. So everybody can take a breath and get ourselves ready mentally and in our businesses and in our personal lives for how we're going to hunker down for the 2 weeks that begin November 30th. You undoubtedly have 1,000 questions right now. What about this? What about that? How does this exactly affect me? In the coming days, we're going to have detailed regulations online at reopeningri.com. Reopeningri.com. We're going to try to have that up by as soon as possible. As soon as possible, we'll have some details around how this affects your particular business. What I will say is none of this is going to be easy, and I really wish I didn't have to do it. I really had hoped to avoid this because I know the financial pain that's going on in Rhode Island right now, but I'm in a world of all bad choices, and I'm trying to pick the least bad of the options, and I am trying to get us through to the end of the year without overwhelming a hospital system and with, the limited amount of harm to health and also to our long-term economy. If you're wondering why I'm waiting until after Thanksgiving to do it, as I said, first of all, I want people to be able to prepare, especially restaurants. I know you purchase food, you've already laid out the money for inventory, and so I want to give you time to reorient your businesses. Also in our own lives, this is going to be hard.